Today I'm at Polly's Mazda in Huntsville, Alabama. We're going to talk about 2022 CX9 with Mazda Skyactiv G engine powertrain for these vehicles, which is standard. This 2022, just like all the previous, the Touring comes standard with a power tailgate, which has an adjustable height, so you can program the height of this tailgate. There's storage up underneath in the back here. Your spare tire is actually inside the vehicle. With your third row folded down, you have a decent amount of cargo space. It's easy to raise these rear seats. You can split them, they're 50-50. And this is the room that you have with the seats up, which is still a decent amount of space. Now all your third rows that are made by every manufacturer is still kind of tight for adults to sit back here. I know a lot of these other videos they show about these cars that some seem more roomier than others, but the reality is what a lot of the manufacturers will do is that your second row is adjustable, which will then allow you some leg room in the back for an adult. But most of your third rows, the third row is really more for children. Now the Mazda is more of a nicer upgrade than most of the manufacturers out there, not unless you're looking at the premium side of the market. So genuine leather is standard, starting at the Touring trim. The only trim level in this vehicle for Mazda that comes with cloth interior is the Sport, which is the entry level of the vehicle, which is pretty well equipped for a third row family size SUV. In this bench seat, where you can sit 3 family members here, you have 2 cup holders, center armrests, some USBs, and storage space in there. These seats can recline and they can also fold down as well, giving you more cargo room if need be. And as you'll see, you have a couple of different locking places. For this seat. There's also this little button here, allowing for the seat to fold and slide forward, allowing access to the third row. Seats are real comfortable. This is a really comfortable vehicle. You have your controls here, which are controlled by the passengers in the center row here, for both heating and cooling, and vents for the passengers in the rear. There's vents that travel towards the back, allowing for them to get themselves air as well. You have the individual lighting inside the vehicle. You have your privacy glass, so the rear windows are tinted to hide your belongings and to help with the sun. The door is fairly almost open to a 90-degree angle, allowing you a lot of room to get in and out in case you have elderly, older family members. And pricing on this car starts off at $38,655. But equipment wise, you're getting advanced keyless entry, so you see a little rubber button here, so you don't have to take your key out your pocket. Your power windows and power locks. Mazda likes to use this piano black finish on some of their cars. Your mirror controls here. An 8-way power seat that has a powered lumbar support. So for those who may have lower back problems, again, very supportive of that in the vehicle. And seat back. Now sitting into the cockpit area, you can see how the cluster is. So your cluster off to the left is analog. Your cluster in the center is analog. The digital cluster is off to your right, and that will display like your fuel economy, some of your safety features will display there. All the Mazdas have auto lights and high beam control. If you're not sure what high beam control is, basically when you're driving down the road, the headlamps, the car can sense oncoming traffic or traffic ahead, and it can control both high and low beams. So if you live in an area where there's deer or people who like jogging and or pedestrians that may be out at night, it's nice to know that your headlamps actually, the car can sense, and you'll be able to pick up these things. You have your radio controls, and the info controls are here on the left hand side. Your Bluetooth controls are here. Horn obviously in the center, and then off to the right you have your cruise control and radar cruise control for Mazda, as they call it, or adaptive cruise control as most people know it as, here on the right. Steering wheel is adjustable, it tilts and it's telescopic, so you can adjust that to your liking. Just lock that back in place. And then all Mazdas have the auto wipers. As you can see, there's an auto mark there for the wipers to go if it starts to rain all by themselves. You have your traction control / off-road feature. For Mazda's SUVs, you would use this feature if you're actually going off-roading. And then your lane departure warning system here, and then another button here for the power tailgate to open it in case you're up here in the cockpit and not in the back of the vehicle. Down below is where your hood and your gas door releases are. And you have your heating and cooling controls here. There's dual climate for both driver and passenger. And then Mazda likes to use this commander switch, which actually works like a mouse to control the screen. Now there's no touch screen. As you can see, I am trying to reach from where I'm sitting. This is not a good place to be trying to reach and touch. So just like some of your luxury brands, they have this. You click down to enter, turn the knob to scroll through. It has 3 simple functions for your entertainment or music, for the home screen, and then if the car is equipped with Mazda's nav chip, navigation, and all the cars do come with the CarPlay, all your CX9, so that's standard in this vehicle, whether it's a base model or up. And if you're using your maps on your phone, this will take you there as well. There's a back button here, and off to the right, this star is for favorites. So once you store all your favorite radio stations and things in, you have that as well. A power button and a volume control that is here. And then you have a power parking brake. Pull up on it to engage it, press down and put your foot on your actual brake to actually release. And then an auto hold feature, which you can press this, and if you're putting your foot on the brake and holding down the brake, you can then eventually release it and the car will hold itself. A sport mode, press forward to turn it on to engage it, and pull back to disengage it. This basically works to help accelerate onto the highway. It will hold like your first lower gears, giving the car a little bit more horsepower and torque to pass a vehicle. And you have your heated seats and your power buttons here, your front and rear defoggers. And heated seats are standard in this vehicle, even on the sport level. Your hazards, and then it's a push to start. Now Mazda also offers with their Mazda Connect system which is their app, their services to actually electronically start your vehicle. So you can get that as well. That also is standard in the CX9. The Touring has the auto dim mirror with the home link for your garage doors, and then a sunglass holder, and again also individual lighting. Vanity mirrors in your sun visors there, and side extensions to block out the sun. The glove box is a little small, but for the most part you got some decent storage space there. And in the center armrest, besides your two cup holders there, you have your two USBs, which is what you would use for your CarPlay, and then there's an SD card slot there for their navigation system, which is purchased separately. You can get from Mazda's parts department for your vehicle if you're not one of those who are fans of Apple and Android CarPlay. Now, one of the things that I like the most about this vehicle, these doors are real thick and heavy. This truck is solid all the way, but it moves pretty quick for a car this size at 4,400 pounds. Let me just open your hood here. And so here you are with the powertrain that is standard in the CX9, which is Mazda Skyactiv G Turbo, 2.5 liter engine, 256 horses with 93 octane, 227 horses with 87 octane, 320 foot-pounds of torque. Towing capacity is 3,500 pounds. Also, you'll notice that Mazda have this all laid out. It's pretty simple and easy access. This cuts down your maintenance costs. So everything is designed to have the techs be able to easily get in and out. And all their vehicles are laid out the same way. The timing chain, no timing belt. You got LED headlamps. And then of course your front radar sensor here in front of the vehicle. So there you have it, the Touring CX9 2022 model. Also 18-inch alloy wheels and a powered passenger seat. And they have this little 12-volt outlet here for charging tucked away in the corner on the passenger side of the vehicle. Pricing went down on the CX9 for 2022. So it's actually a little less expensive than the 2021s. It's a great car. It's also is one of the least expensive third rows in the industry if you go according to based upon MSRP. A lot of the other brands, if you really pack the car or load the car up with features, a lot of them are almost 60. The Mazda is almost 50. So it just tells you exactly what you're getting for your dollar. And some of the features that are in the Mazda you can't get in some of the luxury cars or in the basic cars, like your digital heads-up display. Some luxury brands don't offer that at all as an option for you. But for the price, this is a wonderful car to get into. And there you have it, 2022 Touring CX9.